What's up, Chicago? All my brothers and sisters, wherever you at. Swing the Hebrew. Yes, it is. Make me a video. It's nice, man. It feel better than it did, really. It's nice. Real nice. It's nice out here. Friday. I remember on Fridays we used to go out like a mug every Friday and Saturday. Look forward to it. Hustled all week, caused mayhem, getting to that bag, and acting up, shoes, cause we was rolling, rolling, rolling. We was shorties too. I always had knocking to go get them shoes, especially the Jordans. Me and Nurky and us, Lord. I don't do none of that stuff no more. My friends like, what happened to you? You don't get haircuts, you. What's wrong with you? I can imagine what people saying. I don't need a haircut or nothing. Mm-hmm. Don't bother me. As much as it bother everybody else around you. That's the crazy part. Pay you niggas no attention. As soon as I go, which I do go get my hair cut, but if I keep it cut like I used to every week going to get a haircut, I'm gonna be making somebody else rich. For what? The fuck I can have, hey, ain't nothing wrong with a brother rocking a beard. Yeah, I might look like Mo's nephew, great nephew, but I count that all joy. That's a compliment to me. That mean you free. I ain't trying to be no fucking president. None of that shit. Or look like them. You dig? My ancestors wore the cloth. They dressed in fine linen and things like that. You can keep your suits, your haircuts, all that shit. Yeah, get a shave, but I just decided to let my hair grow. Throw my shape butt in it. My hair be curly as hell. And the majority of them talking around here buying hair, wearing hair, like you ain't got pride in what you don't even have uh not pride but honor for what you have natural. Ain't nothing wrong with wearing hair. Yeah, I know the ancestors wore hair too. Yeah, they did, but that don't mean I agree with it. I want to see you in your natural self. How you talking about somebody that's natural? Like, hell no. You don't get no pass for that. And a lot of shit these people be on, it's a bunch of confusion. Even the women. This ain't no throw heat rocks at the women, but I'm telling the truth, family. They be on one, on everything. I can see if you on here and go up and down these channels. Like, come on, man. I want to get a word. I'm tired of hearing all that. Democrats doing this, the men doing that, the men doing this, the men doing that. Everybody hate the black man. And I ain't talking about every man. It's the black man. Straight up, brothers. Sometimes you just gotta step back and decompress, man. You can't. You trying to fight everything somebody's saying about you. It's a waste of time. I don't care how righteous you are, how much love you have for people. Family, they're gonna find a way to degrade that and try and diminish the good acts. But let it be like I always said, let me go and start back dibbling and dabbling in areas I shouldn't be dabbling in. They see you on the radar and they know you moving and grooving. You moving and shaking, you getting things done. You the man. Oh, you the man. You the man straight up. You the king. They look at you like a king. Like, are you serious? A king with no power. We think all these things give us power. No, it's you. You're the power. All the rest of that stuff is an added attraction. It's kind of like a signal that we like to get on here and, yeah, I got woo woo. I'm woo woo. I'm woo woo. I got this, showing off that, showing off this, showing off that. Like, what that's supposed to do? That don't prove nothing. That prove you can pay a debt. That's cool, but that's a depreciative asset. Don't show me no depreciative assets. Now, a car can be an asset, but the way we use them, I don't think so. If you using it and making money off of it on a daily, okay, now it's an asset. It's an asset that adds to. It's not an asset that depreciates, although eventually you're gonna have to change parts. But using it for a money maker, it can pay its weight. That's an investment. That's how I would use a car. Real talk. And especially that I got the ups, I can repair them myself. And what I can't do, I know I can outsource. I don't have no problem with that. When it comes to things like welding, paint, body and fender. Now, if it's a little nick or something, or a bumper where I ain't got to do no cosmetic work, I can take bumpers off and fenders or doors, change things, mirrors. I can do all that. Take the bumper off, trunks off. I can do all that. Quarter pound, not that consists of too much of the car, which I can get into, but I never got into body work. I stuck with auto mechanics, although I do some forms of body work. Minimal. Like I said, change fenders, things that are not where you don't have structural damage. You know, even some structural damage, components can be changed. Rip that crap out of there and replace it. What helps to form my understanding, coming from my perspective, that I service automobiles. Yes, I could purchase an automobile and use it as an asset where it can make money on a day. Can the next person do it that don't repair? Sure can. Depends on what you're using it for, and how you acquire it. Now that you acquire it, I just listened to this gentleman talking about using credit. I'm like, I'm still torn between using it and not using it. I'm like, the Most High steady showing me ways, family. With I already got in my arsenal through the education that I acquired, the specialty education, automotive service, automotive technology. It's not automotive service, but automotive technology. The ability to diagnose and repair automobile systems, automotive systems. Let me be clear about it. Automotive systems. So, with an automobile, if I use it wisely, you know, it's a way, but you got to know how to do business. Do it under the business and do it and make sure for 5 to 10, my assets should be worth that. At least able to create that type flow within a month. You know, even quicker than that if I could, if I can, which it could be done. So that's 10 engine jobs, not even 10, like 8 or 9. So we carry that for the sake of selling automobiles, giving them a warranty. You can come up and you can structure a warranty yourself. Then you gotta know what you're buying, so you can get the full turnaround. You want that thing to multiply. You, that money should be multiplying on a regular, consistent. Automobiles are active and set up the account so I can get the information from the makers of it. The designers of the software, they have, can buy a subscription. Of course, ain't nothing free. It's worth it because what that scanner's capable of doing, shit, I can charge to the game. They gonna buy that, they gonna pay for that. Anything I plug that up to, it'll be capable of, if I needed a tune up. That sounds like a Chevy truck. That's a Mercedes. That's the R350 or 450. One of my clients got one of those trucks. That truck sputting. You need a major tune-up. I can imagine what they told. Then with that tune-up on that particular model, not just find you a good technician that'll stick with you. You build that rapport with, or you learn you can trust through his making them prove. That's even with going to them and even your car to be serviced. I wouldn't too much tell people, oh man, I think this wrong, getting no long, lengthy conversations. No, you're a mechanic, you're a technician, then figure it out. Go and test it and figure that motherfucker, figure it out. Prove to me you worth me paying you to service my automobile. I'm telling you from a actual technician's perspective. Because you can bring me the car, you don't have to tell me. I'm gonna diagnose every aspect of that car in my RO, my repair order. When you bring it in, fill out that repair order. Check off what I see, any damage, and not just damage, but check off what you see. Probably give it a 20, 30 point inspection and let the customer know. And plus, you run tests on certain things. Of course, they're going to tell you, I believe such and such. But then, as a technician, that's when your authority kick in. Now you take control of the situation. You bring the car in and give it a full diagnosis. Yeah, we're gonna listen to what the customer's saying, but bring us the car, then we go from there. We trying to figure everything out. You might tell me, hey, my brakes, okay, that's cool. We're gonna give it a full diagnosis. Unless you particularly came with the brakes, I respect that. If you bring it to me and ask me to, okay, it's having a problem, you're gonna get a full-on inspection. And that covers me too. You might say such and such, yeah. You put a person radiator in their car, they'll be calling you talking about fucking something wrong with their brakes the next day. I didn't do no brakes on your car. I was under the hood. I put a radiator in there. A brake scrub. Well, do you got brakes? But it's proved it is working. You saying you had some scrub, that means your brake pad's low. I surely didn't take the wheels off and put no old pads on it. You determined without, you know what I'm saying, with no evidence, I'm automatically guilty. Like, what the fuck? I don't work like that. I hear a lot of people say, man, these mechanics fuck up this. Why they doing this just to get you? Like, no, not over here. I'm not a mechanic. I'm an automotive technician. I'm a doctor. I operate on systems. I was going to say that, and I do. I got to give me another stethoscope. I used to walk around my stethoscope, but what they didn't understand is I took the end off of it that they check it to feel the pulse of your heartbeat. I took that off where it just have an opening. And when cars would come in for like vacuum leaks or something, or just for the fuck of it, for the fun of it, I would put my stethoscope on and listen for vacuum leaks. They'd be like, why you got that thing like you a doctor? I am a doctor. I'm diagnosing whether you have vacuum leaks. If you got vacuum leaks, it ain't the job you brought it in for, but I can sell you some vacuum lines and hook them up and charge you for it. That's why I say when you pull in, I'm gonna diagnose that entire automobile. You got 9 systems on there. Yeah, the braking system might be, you need to change the brakes, but you need to check them all. The braking system's connected to the strut system connected to the it's all suspension. And the majority of these cars, these things are tied into. They work in conjunction. They work together. Yeah. Park y'all ass over there up on Partyville. All that motherfucking noise out here. I hope they look at me like that nigga look like a thug. You gonna park over there? You damn right. I hope you discouraged. Park y'all ass over there somewhere. All that motherfucking noise. They lucky this ain't 10 years ago. Send the guys through there. Man, go through there and shut that shit down. All that motherfucking noise. Take y'all old asses home somewhere. Motherfuckers damn near 100. Still talking about some goddamn party. Like, man, sit y'all ass down somewhere. That's how things happen to people. Me, I like to sit under this word all day, every day. That's who I am. This ain't no religion or making nothing up. This is just life, family. This is who we are. And I found out we was the Hebrews, family. I was already kind of teetering from doing things that I used to do. Like, you can't do this shit no more. You too old for that. You gotta leave that to the young. You can't be doing this, family. Shit I went through, shit I did, y'all wouldn't do. Y'all hear a lot of that tough shit, but a lot of y'all wouldn't do it. I ain't go to jail and had to sit down. Them bitches gave me 23 years because of my dumb ass. That was because of me not moving right. Not that it's right to do what I did and expect to get away with it, which I did. You know, I had a conscience, but it wasn't telling me, go do what you do and get caught. Hell no. You don't plan to fail, you fail to plan. And that's what happened. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, they said my ass gave me 3 quick. I was 18. God, it's a bitch. Whole nother life now. Now you go on in here with the manimals. You know, hey, I'll be hearing them talk about penitentiary and life. I was listening to a white guy, and he was, I don't know where they was at, what state they was in, but he was talking about a fade and what that means. You got a lot of people I went through. You know how you go through comments. Comments be outrageous. He talking about, I thought a fade was a haircut. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all been listening to Nipsey and all that. I'm sure y'all done heard them talking about, man, let's run that fade. I know y'all done heard it. So you know what it is. I'm like, man, these people crazy. Our people something else. Something else. But you gotta love us. You gotta love us. It's just so pure. I don't care if it's guided about righteousness or what we perceive as righteousness, and we go about our way trying to establish our own righteousness instead of establishing the Most High's righteousness. If you doing it with a heart of love, ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody didn't receive the word. Everybody wasn't born in the house of Shem. Everybody are not Hebrews, and certainly not Israelite, but they can enter the God of Israel, the God of Israel's rest. They can enter the God of Israel's rest. All who believe on the name of YaHuWaH, the Messiah. Why? That name means something in the Hebrew. Yah, Hu, and Shua. 3 Hebrew words. Can't make this up now. And that I just did a video talking about ye are gods and who the Most High, and read every verse that dealt with it and allowed the Bible to speak as to who as to who the Most High was speaking to. when he said, "Ye are gods, children of the Most High, but you shall die like men," like one of the prince. He was he was talking to the children of Israel, which are modern day Negroes, and we are a majority. There are others that are part of the fold of Israel because the Hebrew is not going to tell you whose name, who our ancestor Jacob had an encounter with, the Malak coming out of out from the kingdom of heaven, from the God of Israel. All that goddamn noise. No. And his name was changed to signify that he is a servant of who? The God of Israel, which is a Hebrew person. He's a descendant of the house of Jacob. Of the house of Shem. These are Hebrews. These are your prophets that you read about in the Bible. These are your kings, your priests. This is what the Bible is about. It's not about religion, as they have taught us. No, the Bible ain't about religion, family. It's far more deeper than that. Because when you build that personal relationship, let me tell you something. It's gonna turn you up. The world ain't gonna be able to contain you. People ain't gonna like to hear the truth because your truth is gonna destroy their falsehood. A lot of people live in falsehood, family. They can't sit by themselves and see themselves. They got to be doing or get some attention. Like, man, slow down. Pull back. You dig? Pull back from all that. You don't need nothing but the truth. The spirit of the Most High to be obedient to the truth, which is His word. Christ, I am the truth, the way, and the light. Be like Him. That's why He is the Father. And why do you say He is the Father? I know a Hebrew Israelite gonna hear that, and the majority of us, oh no, that's that Christianity. Ooh, no, Messiah was not a Christian. I hear a lot of Hebrews saying they Christians, as in followers of the Messiah. Well, if you want to be truthful and honest about it, the Messiah came out of where? The tribe of Judah. Read Hebrews chapter 14. I think that's 14 or 12, where it talks about, for it is evident that our Messiah sprang forth out of the tribe of Judah. It could be 12. It could be 14. But do you know who Judah is? Why the world? They not. This is who the first seed. This the firstborn. I'm not talking about the Messiah. I'm talking about as a people. This is the first group, first fruits. Put it in kingdom parlance. These are the first fruits of the seeds planted by the God of Israel through these people, the Hebrew. These are just the first nation. The Most High chose them, and they didn't reject Him. I never weighed in on what the other nations did, but I read it. I read about it. What's up, lady? You want to come and share in this video? Give your perspective on it. One woman is a Christian, y'all, which is cool, but that's a challenge within itself too, because then you're gonna have contention. Because what they speak, what I speak, they don't. It's like it go over their head, and I'm like, how is it able to go over your head? Okay, am I light years ahead of it because I choose to study the word and to really know who it's talking to, going into the ancient text, the ancient and bringing it to today, following that trail. I ain't just coming to no conclusion because I'm hearing brothers and sisters. But I'm hearing you, but I'm seeing everybody bring somebody to their platform. They not building nothing in real life. They building platforms, fam. And teach the people. But all that charging people for no. Uh-uh. But then that's on the people if they choose to. Yeah, I have and will again support a platform that I think is doing the kingdom business, doing kingdom business. I have no problem with that. Or somebody asks for a donation, I have no problem with that. Because why? We repping kingdom. We are supposed to be our brothers and sisters keeper. We shouldn't have to go paying no talking about getting a fucking paying people for leads and all that shit. Like, stop playing. Black people just so disorganized. We don't have no order in nothing. And when you say that, people like, how can they say that? They ignorant. You know? Yeah, because you got order within the order of somebody else ruling over your ass. You not led by the word of God. You led by man. You led by propaganda. Somebody's ideals. Somebody's doctrine. That shit ain't gonna stand. It ain't standing now. Y'all done paid all that money to go to school and talking all this big education shit. But all them running to the internet trying to get some traction on the internet. Jobs ain't working. Like, what the fuck? What you gonna pay all that money for? Information, you better put it to work. But then you gotta understand it's different levels. It's like when I hear the guys at the dealership talking about they quit because they ain't making money, and I understand. I disassemble and reassemble auto do research. I've been making videos like, no, brothers and sisters, I wouldn't quit. You crazy? I wouldn't quit because why? I will go. I will start moving for myself on my own behalf because it pays. But then I had to stop and pay attention to their conversation. What are they saying? No person that has this type of expertise is gonna quit his goddamn job talking about, oh, I'm just quitting. Yeah, he will, because he carries this. This is your power. Let's just say being able to service automotive systems, as we call it, fixing cars, vans, and trucks, is your superpower, right? Now I done did it. My dad, I done watched mechanics. Oh hell no! When people don't want to pay you what you work, you got a lot of companies and shops that try to work your ass. I've been there. I quit. Now the people around me like, what the hell? You don't get to decide where I going, where my work going, or where I land, where I work in life. Like, hell no. Because I don't know, knew something cocky with it. It's mine. I had to tell, hey, one of my customers, one of the brothers, he like a brother. I love him. His family, what's that? S7111 model. S71111 model. Innova. Scan tube. But like I said, I do have to buy a subscription which contains all information about automotive, their platform. I can purchase them to have access. You know what I mean? So when I plug my scanner up, I don't care what year make or model it is. It's gonna tell me everything from the front bumper sensor to the rear bumper sensor. Electric, trans, heating, locking systems, SRS seatbelt restraint systems. I mean, every inch of that fucking car. Headlights, tail lights, turn signals, everything about that car. My buddy gave it back. That's my brother. Yeah, actually went back because he was like under the impression that it was immobile. It was a dead heat. It wasn't worth buying. And I'm like, no. I had created an account and I found out the information. Now it's time to move on it, which I'm about to move. But he brought it back. I gave it to him last week. I didn't think nothing else of it. I'm like, okay, I ain't tripping. And I went on with it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get me another scanner. But today he stopped me. He's like, man, don't go nowhere. I'm half hearing, but I seen him pointing at me as he was going in the basement. I said, I give him a second. He might pop back out. And he brought it back out. He was like, man, I wasn't thinking. They was just saying like it was they nothing they could do with it. So shit, I was gonna take it back and get my money back. I'm like, yeah, that scanner do cost that motherfucker like five something. I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's cool. He was like, no, but here, they didn't tell me you had went on, when they did the field work to find out how to get this motherfucker going and this and that, third. But like I already made a video about it. I talked about that in one of my videos. It was some weeks ago. I'm like, shit, they not automotive technicians, so I don't know. I can't tell nobody how to run their ship, but I make myself available for service. My people call. My people need service. They call. That I give to them. They support me. They support my move more than my own. It's always some shit with your own. My brother, he fuck with me. He just did some work on his truck, and I got all these dang on machines and tools now. I'm like, yeah, you gonna get you a shot, verify the cost. So I already know what that means. You need to get that info. You need to get that subscription, pal. Get that subscription. It's game on, but it should be. I need to. I'm gonna reset it because you should be able to plug in. They come right the fuck on. It don't matter as long as you got Wi-Fi. Now I realize I can use my phone as a hotspot for it. Oh, it's on. But you should be able to plug it up or not plug that motherfucker up. I'm gonna go through it tonight again and reset my account and all that. And get ready to go online and make that purchase for the subscription. I'm talking about live data, graphs. I need Wi-Fi. They got that little Wi-Fi machine. I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna have to get that. I can use my phone as a hotspot for now. Will always go online. I showed downloaded it on there. So when I turn that motherfucker on, I can just plug into it'll come up. I'm about to make some money. Now to the average person, they don't see what that thing means. I'll just plug it up and see what it's saying. They can't read it. You can plug it up, but if you can't decipher, you can't interpret what it's saying, what you doing? That's when you call me. 773-451-6080. 773-451-6080. I am a systems tech you want to have on your own hand. You want to have them on speed dial. I'm not saying I'm going to get to every job. Nope. I forgot to call a sister back. I'll call her tomorrow. Today, but of course, I was dealing with an automobile. Then they sold him all the wrong damn parts. So we had to take the parts back. I got him a ride, but Yeah, I got him a ride there. I'm always able. I don't got a car, a van, or truck yet, but I'm gonna give me one. Like I already shared, I'm gonna start working some angles that I can work. I do have something of value, which I can use as leverage. Get, take my little pennies and put it in, and work what I work. And you can believe they're gonna reach out to me. You active, they see you moving that bread like that, they gonna make you offer. I don't have no problem with it. But now I know what to do with it. It's debt. Use it as a currency. Turn it to an asset. And that asset you acquire, you invest in that motherfucker. You bring it up to par where it's making money. But they call talking about you got equity, you make sure that motherfucker have equity. It's an asset that adds to you. And like I said, I ask a bank for 10, 20. I want to make sure my asset is able to produce that on its own and in a timely manner. Or say 5 to 10. You can do that on a bad day. Because I can do 3 engines, 4 engines. That go 10. Well, I can do 4 engines and make that. Let's say 1,500. Charge them 1,500 to take the engine out and put one in. They furnish their own engine. 1,500 times 420. No, that's only 65. I mean 62. 15. I mean 6. That's 6. You gotta do one more. So that's 5 engines. Say, hell no, charge them. Yeah, charge them 15 because they're gonna fucking now. If it's a truck, you charge them 2. If it's a car, charge them 15. Hell yeah, and get half your money up front. I love pulling engines. Transmissions, get them too. 1,200 for a truck, 900 a car. Up with the prices when I was working at Catch Transmission. That used to be on 69th and Bell. They sold that motherfucker. And somebody bought the property, probably the city, because the fire department started parking on it. They was right next door to us. They looked at it as a fucking eyesore. But we was in there keeping people's cars running safe and secure. You did? Empowering people. We was doing a work that was added to America. I don't give a fuck if the fire trucks stay clean. They probably seen some oil here or there. Cars pull up, they might have a transmission problem. They may have an oil leak. That shit drip. We come out there, put the I don't know why they didn't use that purple power. That was a liquid. They would use that goddamn that dry, that oil dry, which was cool. Not that cat litter, real oil dry. I'm old fashioned, Put it down and then uh scrape it into the ground. Step on it, get it. Let the oil really soak it up, depending on how big of an oil spill that is. If you got something pulling up, what the fuck can you do? Power steering pump leaking. What the fuck you gonna do? Get it in, okay, send somebody out there to clean it. Whoever take that car, they go out there and clean that up. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but they used to look on that like, I was like, get y'all ass out of here. We in the hood. Take y'all ass up north. We understand cleanliness, but y'all ain't respecting. Y'all ain't respecting the real people pulling up with problems. All right, pull it in. And like I said, whatever take that car. Before they even put the car on the rack, they would go out there, follow that trail, pull the car in, put it right there where it's ready to be racked, but they never rack it. We never rack it. Pull it up so you have a position when you come in. Of course, they'll be talking shit like, why you ain't racking? Because they gonna be talking shit next door at the fire department about the oil spill. And if the owner come in and you allow the fucking oil spill to be there and he see you working and you ain't stopped and you on that car that brought the oil spill in, he gonna stop you and send you out there. So you already know. Which is right. Okay, you took the car, go clean that up. It didn't matter because it was like everybody pitched in and did that shit on the real. Not all the time, but a lot of time. People ain't avocado, they just jump up. Some brothers use shovel, but I use my foot. Punch that oil dry in the ground. Soak that shit up quick and it'll leave that white oil dry and that gray residue. But when it rains, it just wash that shit away and you don't see no oil. Because it's sucked up. You chalked it up. And that residue then sucked it up. That chalk then sucked that oil up from that oil dry. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It is so nice and being judged, that's being judged. Yeah, why? But we deny the truth of God's word because of some preacher done told you. Oh no, 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 no. Y'all be just promoting these preachers and talking about these preachers. A lot of them preachers y'all be promoting, I just be listening. Now I listen to them in the beginning. I give anybody speaking the word. Because I hear the word, it catch my ear. And then I listen, pay attention. What vibration they coming from? A spirit gonna tell, your spirit will tell. I mean, you can tell who's genuine and who faking the phone. You know, you got a lot of, we pay people to be eloquent speakers. So what is it to, it's like being in the street. You know, you trying to bring pressure. Whatever you bring pressure as in top of the line. You bring in premium, whatever the product or service is. So you creating this pressure. You want them to know, shit, this is what I do. Man, I get pissed. I work hard. I work hard for the morning. So hard for it. Then that's another thing too. That's why I started looking at, okay, King David worked the shit out the death system. Worked to his advantage. A lot of what you was reading, those things they was bringing him, he was giving them what? Godly wisdom to run their kingdoms. And what were they doing? There you go. And I always use question, man, should I charge people? And I done talked about people for that. But at the same time, you got to look at their spirit still because Solomon built the kingdom. I mean, the temple for the kingdom of heaven and the Most High people. His chosen people. Might I reiterate that? Since they want to try and do away with them. Like, no, you can't do that. Stop religious people. And people just got to keep it above. Christianity don't even have a script, family. Ancient scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls is not talking about no Christians. Think about it, man. It's talking about God of Israel, family. The Hebrew. A law that he gave them. A contract. Not a contract, but a covenant. They have a covenant. Eternal covenant. And you can't discern that maybe something is not right here. Because the black church, yeah, they do their thing, but they ain't out here in the community. They gonna look at you like, oh, you ain't a child of God. You ain't no Christian, ain't dealing with you. Like, excuse me, we all children of the Most High. Like, where y'all get that from? Because we don't go in y'all buildings. Y'all like the ancient, y'all like our ancestors, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They love to put on the show. But I can read Matthew 5. Clearly it tells you, don't pray in public. No, Matthew 6. Don't be praying in public on the corner. In the synagogues and churches like them people like to do. Why? Because you're going to receive your reward from those who was right there and you on. You want your reward to come from heaven, family. You don't want your reward to come from men. Yeah, live just amongst all men. Peaceable amongst all men. As peaceable as you can. Sometimes you might have to regulate. I'm being honest. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck, but that don't mean that you be driven by such. I'm keeping it a buck. King David was before David was the king. Think about it. They was going out there conquering land and territory and laying it down for the name of the Most High, for the kingdom. You think they was sitting around listening to Gentiles and them tell them what they weren't going to do? Man, they cut their heads off. Look how they was doing the Canaanites. They was, man, treating them people. Like, stop playing with us. How dare you disrespect? Goliath was a Canaanite. Yeah, he was a Canaanite. The Most High, remember, he told him, destroy them. If I'm mistaken, his lineage come from the sons of Canaan. I don't got my Bible with me. Hold on. Okay, I was wrong. Philistines come from Mizraim, Egyptians. Yep. Still Hamites. David then was whacking them boys. Goliath was an Egyptian, well, a son of Egypt. He came, matter of fact, he was a grandson. He came out of one of Egypt's sons. I forgot his name. Philistine. Yeah, Egyptian. Well, a son of Egypt. One of Egypt's Mizraim sons. A grandson. You dig that? Yeah, David wasn't playing with them. Even before he cracked the light. There had been a lot of skirmishes between Mizraim and them people in Israel. Israel didn't play with them people. All right, y'all, I'm about to roll out. This is my Bible study. My contribution to the kingdom of Israel. One of the many. That ain't all. It's one of my early designs. I'll keep it here. I got to put these shirts together. Why you playing games? I'm faking I found. I already got the prints on them. I'm gonna take a second look. Hold up. Take a second look. First night I was like, okay, I'm gonna run this. Do my proofs. These shirts over here. It's only 3 of them. I got 1, 2, 3. I believe I have 5 already, so that's 8. I put 10 of them together. That's 200. You want to get that? Plus, I got so many shirts left. I'm telling you, the blessings of the Most High is here. If you know how to, just like this. This is an asset. We're gonna take retail and turn it to an asset that will keep on making money. We're gonna create design products that will continuously make money. Create them, put them out there, and let them eat. They love it. We got the heck out of it. Oh yeah, I should have been brought them over here. This table, perfect. Yes. Clean. Oh yeah. Yes. Should have been did that. So I'll be doing too much. I ain't doing too much today. I got time today. And it's nice. It's gonna be nice all week. You know, just to take off. This is the takeoff. We ain't letting up until we come into this thing got to stand on its own. And I wanted to reach a certain number, which it will. I know it will. We got premium t-shirts. We stepped it up. And we got premium prints, baby, DTS. Yes. Show you some of them boys. Some of them boys. You got enough prison on each other. Sit that up there. it too when you get ready to press it. Stick the shirt on here. Stretch it out if you don't have your ruler. You gotta have an affirmation. I'm used to measuring liquid all day. Pouring liquid. You gotta have a steady hand. You set that shirt up, stretch it out. Ha 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 ha. Check out this bizarre style. You, my style, different. My own style. It works. Alright. Got the Juneteenth. Bam. We ready. We coming now. We coming hard. Premium t-shirts. I love that print. What does it say? Freedom was delivered. History was made. Celebrate Juneteenth. Freedom Day, June 19th, 1865. Juneteenth, Freedom Day. Honoring our past, celebrating our freedom, building our future. Every day, all day. And I got this one. Different is beautiful. When I seen that, I was like, okay, that is different. I like that. I like that. These are DTF prints. They don't crack and peel and all that crazy stuff. I did one of my shirts I want to show, my Wu-Tang. And this here, Juneteenth, I'm like, oh yeah, that's perfect for this shirt. First I thought it was gonna be a color clash. Like, that ain't gonna look right. That looks too close, but nope. Bam! History. Juneteenth, 1865. Culture, excellence, respect. Hallelujah. Show you right. I started to put it on a blue shirt though. I use that blue with that Black History, all these Black History figures. I ain't have enough room on my table. I started using this table. I like that. That's that granite. Challenge. Yes, you definitely want to challenge the quota. Challenge the norm. Never settle. We are born warriors. Reform like Frederick. I don't know they doctrines, so stand like Nelson. Show you right. Inspire like Louis Armstrong. Lead like Harriet. That's right. Go Moses. Run, Jesse. Run. Run like Jesse. Jesse Owens. Fight like Muhammad. Greatest. Speak like Malcolm. I'm scared the shit out of me. Speak like Malcolm. Shoot for the stars like May. I think you from here. Chicago. Educate like W.E.B. Du Bois. Learn like Ruby. Play like Jackie. Great. Dream like Martin. Write like Maya. Protect like Angela. Invent like George. Oh my God. Yes. Some of the pieces I'll be putting out. I'm on my way out here. I got some other pieces I have with me already there. I'm gonna go ahead and got my little clamshell. Like that, boy. Gonna put these together right now too when I got them laid out. I like them though. I don't have no problem selling them. I don't have a problem selling my material. Whatever I create, go. And this for the money, baby. For the team. Get the ship running. It's time to go global, baby. These the first days. All right, y'all. 773-451-6080. Get you something made. Something different, you dig? I'll let your brother. You're making it happen. Premium t-shirts and DTF print.